there's a more popular YouTuber on here, and I don't want to mention the YouTuber's name because I don't want to give that person publicity. Because some of the views espoused on that channel are not views that I want to espouse. So, there's this idea that I noticed a theme on some of the videos on that channel, and that's this idea that black people are insulted, harassed, or otherwise attacked, either physically or verbally, by racists, because racists don't have to fear a response from black people. Meaning, it is because of something that black people have done or have not done. That's why racists have attacked us. Let me tell you something about racists. And this is not just applied to racists. This applies to anybody who's a criminal. Because let's face it, racist acts that are violent and racist acts that are, threats and verbal insults, those in and of themselves are actually crimes. That's something that kind of goes by a lot of people. Whether it was motivated by race or not, what they're doing is a crime. It's criminal. And let me tell you something. It's not your fault if a criminal attacks you. That's why it's called a crime. Do we blame people whose pockets are picked? It's their fault. It was their fault that their pocket was picked. People who are victims of the knockout game, you can put a race spin on that, right? Is it their fault that they got knocked out by the person doing the knockout game? We don't blame rape victims. So why are we going to sit around and act like, well, we don't? Pretty much that YouTuber and people who think like that do. Black people, you must do more so they won't feel so emboldened to do something. If you would do something, they wouldn't think they could do that in the first place. That's not necessarily true. Really, that's not true at all. Criminals look for opportunities to commit crimes. If they feel they have an opportunity and they can get away with it, they're going to do what they want to do. You don't have to do anything. Bullies, and racism is a form of bullying. Bullies pick on people because they want to and because they can. It is not the fault of the bullied that the bully picks on them. They do it because they want to do it. So the moral of this rant is, black people who are targeted by racists, white people who are targeted by racists, victims who are targeted by criminals. I don't care if you left your front door wide open with your pot of gold sitting on the doorstep. It is not your fault that the criminal decided to victimize you. They're doing something that they're not supposed to do. You can do your best to do things to deter them, but that is still not a guarantee that you will still not be targeted by criminals. If it were, you know what we wouldn't need in the world? We wouldn't need cops, would we? We wouldn't need any authority figures at all. So think about that, and let's stop blaming people who are victims of racism for what a racist chooses to do to them. It's not your fault. The fault lies solely in the person committing the act of evil. Peace.